Welcome back, and thanks again for joining us. Now, whether it's poetry or satire, I think current affairs influences a lot of what we see in spoken word or actually even drawings and the like. And so we're going to listen in on the poetry session in just a moment, but I thought let's get a little bit of comic relief that's both funny and quite serious at the same time, actually. And this is something that we all look out for. It is Hastala Gupta Baby. Okay, it's Jonathan Shapiro's 22nd annual collection of cartoons. This time of year, it's definitely one of those to look out for. These are the drawings which appeared in the Sunday Times, Mail and Guardian, the Times and Daily Maverick. They reflect political events in our country over the past year, which were, of course, dominated by the Gupta family. Let's talk all about it now with Zapiro. It's such a pleasure to have you with us. Welcome.
Thank you so much. Yeah.
Listen, the Guptas were trending. Whether it's here at home or further afield, it's been the year of the Gupta.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Why do you think, this story has dominated headlines all over the world and captured all our imagination? What's the shock factor or the jaw-dropping element about it all?
State capture. That's that. I mean, that two-word phrase, or whatever the term, state capture, because corruption is all over the world. And all over the world you have governments and politicians where people are corruptible and being corrupted. And you have, at the same time, you have people who have to corrupt them, the corruptors. You have people in all kinds of blue chip companies. You have in the sort of shady side companies. That happens everywhere. Where you have a situation where it's clear that a president is absolutely captured and is allowing somebody else or a group of other people, a particular family, whatever, to come in and help appoint ministers and absolutely change the way. There's like a whole separate structure that
runs parallel.
Corrupts, that runs parallel to proper government. I mean, that is jaw-dropping, and that is the thing that makes this particular situation different and something that people all over the world are looking at. Yeah.
And the showerhead is back, but it's also gold in some aspects as well. I see you took the Mickey out of US President Donald Trump. Here's a figurine of our very own President Jacob Zuma. The showerhead doesn't get old.
Yeah, the showerhead, I mean, for a brief while when Jacob Zuma became president, I actually played with the showerhead and I moved it up and down.
I remember that.
And that was, to give him a chance because I wanted his government to succeed. Even though I really thought he was the wrong person, still do. But anyway, the shower has been very much a fixture, so to speak, for many years. But along comes Trump, and this weird thing happens where we suddenly get these reports that came on CNN. Of course, Trump says it's fake news, but on CNN, so they considered it worth reporting on, and because the American the intelligence took seriously enough what happened through Russian intelligence said that Trump, it's unverified, but Trump had apparently hired sex workers. Excuse me, because some people are about to have breakfast, whatever. But they basically, the idea of a golden shower, people who get sexual gratification from being urinated on. In this instance, it's got a racial connotation too. Trump apparently had hired Russian sex workers to pee on the bed the Obamas slept in, which is awful. And then, of course, it came on CNN, and then Trevor Noah did a fantastic piece on it on his show. And I just thought, shower, Trump, golden shower, got to put it on it.
Opportunity for you.
And not only that, yes, I did it, and because I did these cartoons with the golden shower, I then sent them to Trevor Noah. And I said, hey, Trevor, I didn't know if I had the right email. Eventually, I sent the message, is this you? He said, yes. I said, well, you gave me a golden opportunity, so to speak. And he sent me a message back saying, I bet my staff you'd do it. So you won me money and a bet. And a gift, he said. You won me money and a gift. And I put that little quote on the back of my book. Trevor allowed me to put the quote on.
So, I mean, and I love the fact that you're an equal opportunity offender. So there's the local aspect, there's the international aspect, but you also went cross-party. So one of these figurines I'm going to lean in is of our very own Juju before the transformation. Yeah, obviously there. What's this all about? Why the little, they look fun to play with, but the figurines?
Well, you see that little thing he was doing. This is when I did that because Juju one day appeared. Yeah, the Shawara, the song, the shower man is giving us trouble. There's suddenly Juju, who I've attacked and done drawings of and whatever, he's suddenly doing my shower and singing songs and saying Jacob Zuma is the shower man. And then I had the opportunity, funnily enough, a couple of days ago at the Daily Maverick gathering, to meet Juju as he came off stage. And he's a star performer, this guy. Juju is a hell of a politician. He plays all different sort of audiences very well. And he's a bright guy. And he's got a lot to offer, although, I don't agree with all the policies, etc. Anyway, we had a very interesting interaction, and he was cool about it. And there's a picture, funny picture, it looks like two of us tangoing off in pink light. Very lovely gay picture of me and Juju. And it's and we were holding this little figurine, and then he said to me, "You have to make it again." He said, I lost the weight.
Got a six-pack now. and of course the Democratic Alliance also there, because a lot of your critics would say, oh, you come heavily against the ANC, etc. But I did see there was a cartoon about Zilla and her tweet. Yeah, more than one. Also driving Miss Zilla, also there with Musi Maimani, and I thought,
driving Miss Helen. Exactly. Instead of Miss Daisy, but that's my favorite. You've picked the one that is my favorite of the cartoons I did about Helen Ziller, and and really, Musi has got the little cap on that says leader, and and she's in the back. She's Musi, drop me off at my disciplinary and wait outside, it really has that strangeness of the. Of that relationship. That must be quite a tough one for both of them.
And of course, I mean, we laugh about these things, but they're very serious. So let's perhaps get a a moment of enlightenment. David Zapiro, it's been a huge pleasure. Thank you so much. We're going to get a glimpse.
By the way, people mix me up with David, who happens to be a cousin of mine. I'm Jonathan. David Zapiro is the financial analyst.
Yes, of course.
He happens to be a cousin of mine.
You get that a lot?
Yes, but
because I'm not the only one.
I
do apologize.
Just call me Zapiro, and that's easier.
It's much easier. So let's leave it there. Apologies once again. But I think while I think about it and reflect, we're going to get some poetry just to help me ease into that transition. Maisha Jenkins reading us a beautiful, beautiful work of art. Stay with us.
On being a flower. They rehearsed in a forest in Angola. We prepared in another, not too far away. When the forest carried the sounds to us, our guns clicked as we retrained in preparation. The sounds of music streamed through the forest as if they were playing only for me. I fully embraced being a flower of the nation. Makosa Zanakaba. And of course, that's referring to Bra Jonas's poems. And then I'm going to just sneak this little one in. The Jazz Club. On a Sunday afternoon, old men sit under trees, listening to their music, laughing loudly, sipping brandy and coke, tapping their two-tone shoes, remembering dreams of red dresses and flying brown legs.
My goodness. Definitely one to get. Thank you very much, Maisha. Breath into Another Voice is the name of the book. And of course, Zapiro's Hasta la Gupta, baby. That is our book club. Don't go away.